Uh-oh. What's that doing? Fisherman board is coming in. Oh yeah, let's do the crabs. Let's do it.
You see the net has holes cut in it here and there. The crab is worn out, perhaps from struggling with the net.
Ooh, good call, me.
Ready your sword, so as not to let the show him what you got. Magnificent.
Nice, very good.
And
Man, this map is so big.
fight him off.
You could say it's too big. Oh, so close. Wow. So close, she just needs like one more string. This guy's a crafty guy. Nice. Okay, good. See if this does anything. Nope. There we go.
Fight him off.
There we go.
Fight him off.
good. He gained another level. They really iced the fishing rod. Oh yeah, let's do it.
The rod bends sharply. Something. Laddie smiles bashfully upon seeing you admire her catch. The whole party shall eat well tonight. A giant whirlpool impedes your path. Looking closely, you can see you stand atop the deck and yell obscenities at the monsters. They immediately charge at you, angered that you spoiled their fun. Hope you win.
Oh, look at these fun guys. Alright, let's do this. Glad I just healed up.
Magnificent. Just as the monsters disappear, so does the whirlpool, and the sea calms. You discover a shipwreck. You climb aboard and begin searching for anything useful. The shipwreck seems to be a mere husk of what was once a past. You give up on the search and resume your journey. Laddie, in a fit of joy, thrusts her catch into your hands. You'll have to incorporate it into tonight's meal.
Oh, I do like that. RSV friggin' moth.
Doing nothing, you take your leave.
defense went up. That's okay. It's like the least of my concerns.
You've found a shipwreck. As you climb on deck, you spy someone else who evidently found it before you. He stands anguished in front of a door he claims leads to the treasure hold. He tells you that he can't locate the lever responsible for opening it. If only I had some sort of stick or something that fit perfectly into the slot where the lever was, I could get in. The man is searching around for something he can use to replace the lever that operates the door. You recall the bent stick you received from the fisherman and draw it out of your pack. The moment the man sees it, he rushes over to you and says breathlessly, "Give me that." Taking it into his hands, the man quickly inserts it into the slot and pulls it like a lever. As he does, there is the sound of a click inside the door, as though something has come unlocked. The door to the treasure hold is open. His high spirits evident in his tone, the man speaks with wonderment. "Look, countless treasures of such great historical value. You look over the treasures and can't help but feel it's all just a load of junk. Regardless, you keep your opinions to yourself. The man offers you something as thanks for giving him the bent stick."
Uh-oh, shiny stones.
The man explains that he procured this spherical stone from another shipwreck. It has little or no historical value, so he's giving it to you. You're pretty sure you don't have any use for some random stone either, but you nonetheless place it into your pack and continue on your journey.
Ooh.
Fight him off.
I know the one guy who can like heal automatically is not getting attacked. That's some bullcrap game.
Fortune fate. You remember when you show it to the man, he lets out a stunned yawp, excitement flooding his features. The man casts a covetous gaze at the stone in your hand. Such wondrous luster, such perfect globularity.
Excellent.
Truly a rare beauty.
Yeah, I'll give it to him.
Well, if you want it that badly, here you go, you say, as you hand the shiny stone over to the man. Taking the stone, the man gazes at it with rapt attention, and then rubs it against his cheek as if testing its texture. Once he has sufficiently enjoyed his new acquisition, he turns to you and holds something out.
Ooh,
The man
silvery ore.
apparently scooped this ore up from the ocean depth some time ago. This is yours. It's not round, so it's no good to me. People's hobbies are as diverse as people themselves, you think to yourself, as you place the silvery ore into your pack and continue on your journey.
Alright, this might be the ore this homie wanted.
As you enter the shop, the blacksmith looks up from the piece of armor plate he's hammering away at and speaks. You find any rare ore? The smith lets loose a shout of astonishment. Why, that's a piece of rhinestone. It's vanishingly rare. The ore is evidently as valuable as it is a burden on your back. Thinking that you'd like to give the ore to someone who knows its value, you hand it over to the blacksmith. After taking it from you, the artisan retreats into the workshop at the back of the store. The owner returns from the workshop and places a splendid suit of armor on the counter. Thanks to you, I have created a true masterwork. It'd make a heck of a bit of marketing for my shop here if you were to wear this into battle, traveler, he continues. Lucky you, the magnificent armor is on the house. You accept it with your thanks and leave the shop. You spot a young woman with a familiar face. Timidly, you ask, Krim? She fixes you with a sharp gaze, as if to say, don't talk to me. You spot a woman. She offers a tender smile and says, I am the maiden. Is there something I might aid you with?
Hold up. What if we equip her with this? And then equip you with this. Your stats are a little more even. I think that's probably good.
The East Isle, covered in dismal wetlands. Even the sea breeze blowing across the island seems suffused with melancholy. Upon docking, your party is greeted by sodden earth studded with decaying trees and greenery. You consult your navigation map for directions to the nearby village, then set out, taking extra care with your steps, lest unwary feet plunge into the mire. Fight 'em off. Magnificent.
Let's try it. Nice. Nice.
This must be a stela of the Isle's guardian spirit. Back, I say. Away from here, beast. A villager waves his weapon about as he tussles with a monster. The man is clearly in danger. You decide to help him subdue the fiend. And fight. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Oh my goodness, this battle just wants us to drag on forever.
Magnificent.
Oh. Generate gems equal to the value of roll, also add 5 to attack. Oh.
With the monster dispatched, he explains that recent months have seen more and more monsters attacking Fenmoss. so he has been patrolling the village daily. You inquire about Fenmoss's Maiden, and he informs you that she is friendly with the village mayor. You decide to hurry and meet with him.
Skills, you. Yeah. Does she have anything she really doesn't use? She doesn't really use either of these, to be honest. I'll just get that.
Don't hold back. You turn toward the wetlands, only to find that the area is riddled with monster tracks. Perhaps it would be better to steer clear until you have good reason to enter. You decline the old man's offer and hurry on your way.
She's gonna offer me some bullcrap ring I don't need.
Show him what you got. Teamwork makes the dream work.
There, fine. Ruh-roh, now I'm in trouble.
You stand in the village of Fenmoss, a settlement forced into uneasy coexistence with the surrounding wetlands. An indescribable gloom creeps into the village from the swamp. Don't get your foot caught in the mire, the man warns. You glance down at his legs and see they're covered in mud from the knee down. Might be wise to listen to him. The shrine looks very much lived in, but no one appears to be home. A man in black glasses looks out over the swamp, murmuring, "Dim, dim indeed." "The future looks dim, with or without my glasses, traveler," he replies, negativity suffusing every word and shift of his countenance. This man, who radiates as much gloom as the wetlands around him, is the mayor of Fenmoss. He is also a researcher who has spent many years dedicated to the study of monsters. He explains that the monsters in the swamp have grown more and more active, causing great harm to the village. This development has left him utterly at a loss. According to the mayor, the Onyx Maiden has traveled northeast to the wicked wetlands to hunt the beasts. Hoping to borrow her maiden's relic, you decide to head that way as well. To hear this man tell it, the island wasn't always covered in wetlands. The transition happened quite suddenly. He mentions that his bags are always packed, lest he need to flee a sudden mire. The maiden is the island's last hope, the old woman wails. Oh, the things the maiden has done for me. Why, any time I had a problem, she was there. The woman proceeds to rattle off a list of times the maiden had come to her aid. She clearly trusts in the maiden with every fiber of her being.
I must have missed an accessory shop somewhere. Huh.
You enter the inn. The innkeeper looks at you with a blank expression. Rest wherever you want, whenever you want. It makes no difference, she says, the words almost dribbling from her lips. No point in making money if we're all gonna die anyhow, she continues, resigned to her supposed fate.
The young boy known as the Crimson Maiden is a hero's domain. He prefers close light, and he looks conducive to fighting and throws himself in the battle dress up. Her strength acknowledged, she has become a true maiden. Nevertheless, the outfit she has long sought turns out to be itchy, and she runs amok in her old clothes except when welcoming guests. Man in his prime, who serves the Crimson Maiden, armored from head to toe, his skills are reputed to be the fruit of many years of experience, respected and feared in all the land. Here are the removes his armor for he's worried about a time when the Crimson Maiden was young and bursting into tears at the sight of his face. He'll take that secret to his grave. Every maiden who resides in Elbas City is a splendid woman who keeps the peace of the city, but the people take this granted and do not appreciate her. She was accustomed to the cold, the underground, the cages and death, but when she was bathed in blood of one of her own only friend, it was the first time she had come to know passion in her mind and heart. Woman who works hard to fulfill her maiden's orders, but fails often. She often thinks gloomily upon whether her punishments today will be a punch in the gut or a bone-crushing noogie. People have ignored her and called her a failure since the day she was born. The pain the maiden gives her is proof that she lives, a proof that she has a friend. I once had a friend who adored. We'd been inseparable since the day we were born. Everything we did together. We shared the same favorite colors, flowers, foods, and people. All things the same. Our thoughts, voices, even our faces. Oh, okay, I read that. So this is brigand and ill-tempered humor. He challenged fledgling knights in the guise of guidance and repeatedly beats them most severely. His son once stripped of knighthood, but died on the monster claws in his first mission. He has been strict in his training of new recruits ever since, reducing the number of dead cadets. Virtuous knight who lives for combat. She never fails to return alive from even the fiercest battle. She prompted rumors of her immortality. Wearied warrior grows tired of combat. She fights with great disregard for her life, for she is searching for the perfect battlefield on which to die. Professional, taciturn, and composed, he is silence itself. The end is targets with but one thrust of his blade. None have seen his true visage, for he always wears a mask. He was once a monster, a serial murderer. He is allowed to live on condition of his service to this country. His mask hides the rapturous gash at his smile. That is his smile as he delights in ending life. A man who loves the village of his birth more than anything. All day long he hears the woes of his fellows and makes great efforts to resolve them for his purpose in his life. He loves his home so much that nothing that goes on within escapes his notice, like the lady next door hides her secret savings for the measurements of the girl he fancies. There's once a woman who professed to love all living things. None in her village had ever seen her sight much as harm at Lily's hand. Woman's basement was filled with the writhing, reanimated corpses of countless animals forced back into life, I imagine. The beast howled, begging for a quick return to the void. A woman who works as the gatekeeper, hers is steadfast vigilance. She remains stock still while on duty. Some passers mistake her for a statue. Hutriska is ability to sleep while standing, and fortuitously her face is hidden behind a mask. None who lay eyes upon her would ever suspect she's actually asleep on the job. He has yet to taste defeat. Several opponents flee from him before ever cross swords. He also has yet to take off his armor. He eats in it, he bathes in it. He has no idea he owes his seemingly invisible to the rancid odor emanating from his person. The lad's adorable, carefree smile derives they're dolled around to dote upon him. Sweets, toys, pocket money, anything he wants to provide. The boy spends each of the day practicing his hollow smile in front of the mirror. With but a flash of pearly whites, the adults will give him anything. It's almost too easy. This girl is a very picture of model pupil. Not a day goes by that she does not work to hone her skills with sword, for she seeks to become a grand knight. Tireless training serves one objective: vengeance upon the knight who slew her parents. Until the day their blades cross the lash, she will continue to play the part of model pupil. I read these. This lady knows. She has been married 4 times. Her current husband is her 4th. Happy couple quietly together with their 1 dog. She has never once divorced. All 3 of her previous husbands went missing. Her dog, though, never wants her bones to gnaw. Oh, I read that one. The man worked hard to accrue riches, but lost them all in the moment's deception. He was nothing save his beloved horse. Caught in a surge of despair, decides to take his own life. His beloved horse neighs, stopping him in the midst of the act, and the man weeps. It's this steed telling him to live on, the next of him, next is for history alone to know. Blacksmith, the tender smile, his gentle demeanor, and honest strength forged in daily work has won the hearts of all around him. In truth, he really can't stand talking to people. He thought he wouldn't have to as a smithy, but without the funds to hire a clerk, he's forced to handle customers personally. Long ago, he was an adventurer, no fiend or fierce to challenge. He opened the shop and runs today with the gear he collected back then. He quit adventuring after he settled down with a family. He's now known the island over, for how his wife has him whipped. He has not left a hint of adventure. He has not a hint of adventure left inside or out. Oh. Polite and earnest, as much can be seen from her smile, she gives her guests a friendliness, though it is also said to be a mere formality. Her favorite pastime is peeping on her guests through vulgar harpy. It may be the only time she does what she smiles while engaged in the act of voyeurism. The girl the boy loved was the sharpest card shark on the island. He gave his all sharpening his own skill to cards, just to have a glance his way. The boy became the sharpest card shark on the island, no longer the best. The girl lost all interest she ever had in cards, anything related to it. Fun. It's little monster cards, I don't really care. Especially when one watches my movie, they pin all their hopes and dreams on me. I make their expectations and smile. Alright, well that was fun. Let's what time is it? Yeah, I need to get going. Alright, I'll catch you later. Around, so we back! We back. We're gonna eat some honeyed peanut butter and go rescue the Maiden in Black. Where am I going? This way. Oh, I grabbed the wrong controller. No! Curses. I need to send this thing back. Get it fixed. I've submitted something, but I think they're gonna send it to my house. Hold on, I just gotta hold on to this for now. At least with this game, it doesn't matter that much. It's not like Elden Ring where I'm trying to fight things and it's
the wicked
going all over the place.
Are a muddied, quaggy hive of monsters. Passing adventurers meet their fate either at the bottom of the murky marsh or upon a monster's jagged fangs.
Ooh.
It's plain that there are a great many fiends lying in wait here. You try to focus in on your surroundings. But a scream rends through the pattering rain, not far from where you stand now.
Oh, look at that! It's raining. That is cool.
Worried that someone is being attacked by monsters, you rush to the source of the scream. You spot a man frantically trying to pull something from the marshy waters. Desperation tinges every syllable of his shouts. Hang on, I got you. Your eyes move to the man's hand, and you see that he's holding another person's. Someone has gotten stuck in the bog and is sinking into it.
Hey, it's that guy. What? Hey, it's both of them. What
Now
in the
free,
world?
The woman splutters and spits out mud. I'm sorry this keeps happening, she says. Perhaps she is accustomed to getting stuck in bogs. The pair thanks you for your help and then offers their names. The woman is Queenie, the Onyx Maiden, who wishes dearly to save this island. The man is called Blight. Judging from his incessant fussing on... The man is called Blight. Judging from his incessant fussing and worrying over the Maiden's unfortunate constitution,
He messed
you
up.
can only assume he is the Onyx attendant. They explain they seek a rare flower that blooms here. Traveling through the monster-infested wetlands is terribly dangerous for only 2 people. You've come this far already, so you offer to accompany them.
I love. I want to give them wings, actually. Oh, wings! I want to give them wings.
Fight him off.
Oh, I'm gonna have to switch sooner than later. Stop. Attack.
Here you go.
As you plod and splosh your way through the mushy ground, you come across a butterfly fluttering through the air. It exudes an alien glow. The Onyx Maiden claims that this type of butterfly likes to drink the nectar of the rare flower she seeks. As you discuss this, the butterfly flies off, scales fluttering to the ground in its wake. You might be able to find your way to the flower if you follow the butterfly. Wow, what a beauteous butterfly! And fight!
Ooh, look at these scary looking things. Now we die. Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Oh, curse you.
Don't hold back.
my gosh! Stop!
The butterfly hovers in the air, but there is no sign of the flower you seek. And now it's fluttered off again. This was, it seems, no more than a stopover on its journey. And fight. Fortune favors the bold.
I need to equip items, voice of cards, connections.
Magnificent.
Oh.
And
You know, we're just gonna not do this anymore. I don't know what's wrong with me. Should I go to Reddit? They'll tell me.
magnificent. That's not good.
It's fine.
The butterfly takes a little detour through some withered grass as it continues to flit through the stagnant air. The flower doesn't seem to be here either. Back on the butterfly's trail. Yikes. Congrats. Fortune favors... Excellent. Yikes. Congrats. Fight him off. Don't hold back. Fight him off. Yikes. fight him off.
Ooh. Okay, this thing is like completely unnecessary. I do like that still, and I like double hill. Okay, that's what we're gonna go with. Feel like. Okay.
Trudging through the soppy earth, you decide to ask the Onyx Maiden about the situation on this island. For generations ongoing, the Maiden has failed in her ritual, and now the island is dying. Now its fate hinges upon the Onyx Maiden Queenie and her attendant Blight. You think on this for a moment when Laddie loses her footing and flails about, close to tumbling over. You can't let Laddie get all covered in mud, so you dive into the muck to catch her. But she flings her arms out to either side, regaining her balance last minute. Now you're wet and muddy for no reason. As all this is happening, Queenie ends up falling too, despite Blight's best efforts to help her keep her footing. Mud cakes her face. Ooh, maybe try not falling? Just a thought.
Poecious.
Excellent. Magnificent. Yikes. And fight. Ouch.
Oh, ouch, yeah. Yeah, that's not acceptable.
Congrats. At the end of the narrowed path, though you are now deep into the wetlands, the flower is nowhere to be found. You wonder if the butterfly is even headed toward it at all. And your party has pursued the butterfly all the way to a clearing. The butterfly that led you here is resting its wings, perched atop a flower, blooming in the center of the glade. There's the flower, Blight's voice rings out, and with a few radiant particles scattered in its wake, the butterfly disappears. Or was it never there at all? The flower blooming deep within the wetlands is a brilliant blue, a splash of color amidst the drab surroundings. With a gentle movement, Queenie reaches out a hand to pick it. Suddenly, the ground beneath the blossom swells upward, and a huge monster shows itself. Battle is upon you. That's not good. The sound of Blight's lightning attack rips through the rainy bog, striking the monster dead on. Its carapace pierced, the monster sinks back into the swampy muck. Stillness returns to the wetlands, and the patter of rain is audible once more. The Onyx Maiden takes the blue flower gently in hand. She explains that this flower is actually a medicinal herb called clockweed. Apparently, it is used to heal wounds, and is even said to turn back time for the human body, though the truth of that claim is uncertain. Sensing another monster fixing its gaze upon your party, you lead everyone back to the village. All the while, you find your attention drawn to the maiden's murmuring, drowned out though it is by the sound of the rain. This flower, buy more time.
Oh, I like that. Nice. Fill the necessary requirements and unlock the land crab enemy story.
As you enter the village, a number of the locals rush your group, shouting, "Welcome back, dear maiden." The villagers express their gratitude for her monster hunting, as well as their delight at the maiden's safe return. Queenie responds to each of them in turn. The Onyx Maiden, bringer of hope to the village, appears to be quite beloved by its people. Once the villagers are out of earshot, you once again ask the Onyx Maiden to borrow her maiden's relic. She is at a loss for a few moments, but then informs you that she has something she'd like to show you. She guides you to the Maiden's Shrine. I shall allow you to borrow my relic, the Onyx Maiden says, rendering you speechless. She continues on, revealing that she is actually trying to abandon her maidenly duty. But as far as you can tell, she seems to be giving her all for the sake of the village. Why then does she want to quit? If she fulfills her mission, the island will be protected. Is there something even more important than that? As if to answer your question, Queenie slowly closes her eyes. And then, when the light subsides and your eyes regain focus, you see Queenie. And there is a bulge in her abdomen. The Onyx Maiden is pregnant. She explains that she's been using medicine made from the clockweed to keep her pregnancy hidden all this time. She has dedicated her life entirely to the protection of this island and performing the Maiden's ritual. But giving birth means her child too will be burdened with the same destiny of sacrifice. She wants to protect her child. That is her only wish, and she conveys it to you with all the agony of confessing a heinous crime. You can appreciate now why the Onyx Maiden wishes to abandon her duty. But will the villagers accept her decision? Queenie's anguish is plain to see as she runs a gentle hand over her stomach. Blight seems equally distraught as he holds out an arm to support her. It is not hard to imagine who the father of this soon-to-be-born child is. The anguished cries of the maiden, the last hope of a village facing oblivion, echo out in pain. The Onyx Maiden is laid upon a bed in the Maiden's shrine. Word of her condition spreads, and the villagers are unable to hide their agitation.
Our Onyx ally held a secret upon the balance with life and fate. Speak with the rest of the crew at the Maiden Shrine.
All this time you have spent crossing the islands, Laddie has desperately sought to become a maiden. But now, having heard that Queenie wishes to abandon her own duty, she seems conflicted. The attendant divulges a little of the Onyx Maiden's feelings toward the impending birth. Over the long years of their relationship, stretching back to their childhood, Queenie has suffered misfortune aplenty. Through all that, never has she wished for anything except a safe birth for her child, whatever it takes. It seems that all the while Queenie used the clockweed to keep her condition secret, the child in her belly kept growing. Suddenly, the door bursts open, and the village mayor enters the shrine, gasping for breath. The monsters of the wetlands are amassing for an attack on the village. Fighting them off with Queenie confined to bed will be next to impossible. Your group decides to head into the wetlands and launch a preemptive strike on the fiend's nest where they're gathering.
Alright, cool. We'll do that later.